Students are starting to head back to school, and children might not be that excited to wake up early and have to do homework. They're often, though, very excited to see their friends. Though research shows bullying peaks around the 6th grade, the most common form of bullying is name calling. But the question remains, why do kids bully? And really, how does it affect them? And what can we do as parents? So here to answer those questions is mental health therapist Karen Hansen. She is with the DuPont Counseling Center. Thank you so much for coming in and talking to us about this.
Absolutely. Thank you for having me.
So let's talk a little bit more about bullying. Exactly how do you define bullying, and why do you think that it is still happening, especially when we're so aware of it these days?
Right, yeah. You know, as parents, we never want to see our children hurt, right? Never. And it's really scary when your child comes home and says, you know, I'm being bullied at school. And bullying is aggressive behavior. It's consistent teasing, name calling, physically. It can be on cyber. It could be on social media. And it's just overwhelming for kids, and it hurts their self-esteem. But there are things that parents can do to acknowledge and be aware of it happening, and also help their children, whether they're being bullied or they are the bully.
Yeah, and that's an interesting question. We're going to talk about that too in just a moment. First, I want to talk about the effects bullying can have on kids, because we've seen everything from depression to suicide.
Absolutely. It's serious. It's serious. And at Jewish Family Community Services, we see kids that are both being bullied and are being the bully.
Yeah.
And we do the same with both. We teach social emotional skills, and we teach about empathy. Empathy is like the cure to bullying. You can't bully someone if you feel what they're feeling.
That's quite true. And it really has negative impacts on everybody involved.
It sure does. It takes the child and then the parents, and everybody starts to get affected by when someone is not getting along with someone else. So social emotional skills such as conflict resolution, communication, problem solving, those are things that as counselors we teach, but as parents can teach too to their children. Help them empower themselves to stand up to bullies, and also you know, not be a bully.
Okay, so I want to break this down, because I've read in a lot of these very tragic articles, sometimes parents say, I had no idea my child was being bullied. So what are some of the ways that we could tell, first off, if the child is the victim?
Absolutely. So number one thing is awareness. So you know your child, you know your child's behavior. If there's behavior changes, so if you have a happy-go-lucky child and all of a sudden they come back and they're being more irritable, or they love school and all of a sudden they don't want to go to school, they're being bullied, check it out. If they have a social group and they're not around that social group, then they want to be. If they're having sleeping problems, if they're having nightmares, if they just are not the same kid as you know.
You know, and the last one there about being sick, and then we see a few more here. I remember being bullied in school and faking sick.
Oh, absolutely.
And that, to me, I think, especially with the younger kids, is a clear-cut sign that they're being bullied. All right, so now let's flip the script.
Okay.
If you think your child is the bully, how do you recognize those signs?
Well, look for aggressive behavior, and also if they're coming home with things that you didn't send them to school with, you know, some possessions that weren't theirs before, then you might want to ask where they got it. If you're getting calls about maybe some arguments or fights, or their name is coming up more in the social group, the kids group of kids that, you know, he's mean, we don't want to be around him. But bullies, you know, the whole issue behind bullying is self-esteem. And so bullies need help too. They're not always the mean kid that's all they want to do. They need help.
Exactly. I mean, I think that's not just something you see in the movies. That's real life. So in all these cases, outside help is really an idea that families should be open to.
Sure, and families can also do some of the skills at home. But if they need professional help, of course, Jewish Family Community Services, but there's other services out there too that can help. You know, after I love you, the most important 3 words a parent can use is tell me more. Get a child talking. You know, as mama bears and papa bears, we want to go and fix it right away, but we rob them.
Isn't that true?
We rob them of their learning opportunity.
Yes, okay.
And they can empower.
Tell me more.
Tell me more.
I'm putting that in
my
vocabulary for sure.
They can figure out their own problems, and we're empowering them.
Wonderful. Karen, thank you so much. We really appreciate
Absolutely.
it. This is such great advice.
Okay.
And parents, if you do feel like you need to reach out to somebody, you can call the DuPont Counseling Group at jfcsjax.org. We've made it easy. We've posted the link on our website, news4jax.com. Look on the morning show page and you're going to find it there.